Okay, so today I am going to be making some old-fashioned pancakes. Now usually I would get the mixture at Walmart for $2, the buttermilk ones, and I would make those and put them in the freezer, but we ran out, so I got the ingredients on hand to make some homemade ones. So that is what I am going to do. So the recipe is very, very simple. In here, I have written down is for a single recipe, but I doubled it. I've got 3 cups of flour in here, and don't worry, I'll write the recipe down below. Over here, I have okay, it would be 3. So I got 7 teaspoons. Is that right? 7 teaspoons. Yeah, there would be 3.5. So I got 7 teaspoons of baking powder, and then I also have 2 teaspoons of salt in here. And I just mix that together. And then over here, I have 2 tablespoons of sugar. So I'm just going to go ahead and in my large bowl, I'm going to add my baking powder and salt mixture, as well as my sugar. And I'm just gonna mix that together and get everything all combined. So I'll be right back whenever that's all mixed. Okay, let's get started. Now, so I got my flour, my baking powder, my salt, and my sugar in this bowl. And now what you need to do is, I don't know if you guys can see, but you just kind of make a little hole in the middle. And that is where you are going to pour. Since I'm doubling up on the recipe, I have 2.5 cups of milk. So I'm going to pour that right into my hole. And you are also going to add, since I'm doubling it, I've got 2 eggs. And in here I have 6 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to add that. Alright. Now I am going to take clean up this mess. You guys can see. Okay, I'm going to take my whisk and just slowly start mixing everything together. Okay, so there are a couple clumps in here, and it's just the butter. That's why they probably called for melted butter, but I'm not worried about it because I know it will melt down in the frying pan. So over here, I've got my frying pan, and I'm going to turn it on. Oh, I'll turn it on 4. And I'm going to let that heat up. And I'm just going to put a little bit of oil. only have a little bit of oil left, so when I'm done I'll use the rest of this butter that I had softened. So I'm just going to let this warm up, and then I'm going to take my 1/4 cup measurement thing. Anyways, measuring cup, and I'll scoop out about a 1/4 cup of batter per pancake. I'll cook that up, and then once they're cool, I will put them in the freezer. So they will be awesome on school mornings. I can pull some out and heat them up in the microwave or in the toaster. Usually I do it in the microwave. Just add a little bit of butter and maple syrup, and you've got yourself a quick breakfast. So I'm going to go let this warm up, and I'll be back. Okay, so I counted them up, and there's 13 pancakes. I ate one, so there would have been 14. So I am going to just leave these cool down. I'm going to separate them. I just put them all stacked up like that. I'm just going to lay them down separately so that they can cool off. And when they're cool, I will just put, I've got these like wax papers. I'm just going to put in between each one, and I will put them into some bags and label them and put them in the freezer for later use. Okay, so I got my pancakes all, I got these little square wax papers. I picked them up at the dollar store. You get 100 of them for $2. Anyways, they're perfect for like hamburger patties and stuff like that too. I'm just going to leave them completely cool down because some of them are cool, but some of them are still hot. So once they are cool, I will just stack them all on top of each other, a couple on top of each other like that. And I've got these bread bags, so I will freeze them in that for now because I don't have any freezer bags. So that is that. 13 breakfasts. Unless he has two per breakfast. So there you go. I'm going to go get those in the freezer. Alright, so here are the pancakes. I just divided them into 2 different bags, and I will put them in the freezer and haul them out as I need them. One will probably go in my top freezer, and the other one will go in the deep freezer. So if you guys like this video on these homemade simple old-fashioned pancakes, give it a thumbs up and comment below if you have tried them and what your favorite kind of pancake is. I just like regular old pancakes, or sometimes I like blueberry. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.